we got some rather unfortunate news regarding Petra Kvitova, the tennis player. She has withdrew from the French Open, making her the second seeded player to withdraw from it. The first one is Naomi Osaka after she fell during media obligations. And this one I find very, very weird because I never heard of somebody getting injured during media obligations. Like I've seen players who were like hurt and they did media obligations, but I never seen somebody get hurt in media obligations. That one's just very strange to me. But regardless, she got hurt. She fell during media obligations, and she has a quote right here. She says, and I quote, "It is with great disappointment that I announced my withdrawal from Roland Garros. During my post-match press requirements on Sunday, I fell and hurt my ankle. Unfortunately, after an MRI and such discussion with my team, I made a tough decision that it would be unwise to play on. It's incredibly bad luck, but I will stay strong and do my best to recover in time for the grass court season." And yeah, Nate Kvitova, she is 31 years old. She was the second seeded player, like I said, to withdraw from the tournament since Naomi Osaka did when she announced it Monday. And Kvitova, she ended up defeating Gret Minen. She defeated her 6-7, 7-6, and then 6-1. And she was scheduled to face Alina Viznina in the second round Wednesday, but obviously that's not going to happen because she decided to withdraw. And Wimbledon is the next major. It is slated to start on June 28th. Kvitova has won twice at the All England Club in 2011 and 2014. So hopefully she is healthy enough to compete at Wimbledon. And I'm going to start with this first, Nate. But before I start with this first, I just want to say the source for this article is DRC Maine, ESPN.com. So let me start off with this first. We've talked about a lot of strange injuries, Nate, this year. You know, and mostly it's been with baseball players. This is a strange injury. Is it as strange as those? No, but it's still, again, it is really unfortunate that she ended up falling and hurt her ankle, you know. With that being said, I do wish Petra Kvitova the best of luck, and I wish her a speedy recovery. And I hope that she is healthy enough to return to Wimbledon. But yeah, Nate, this is very unfortunate. You know, she had a chance to win, and unfortunately, because of this injury, she has to withdraw. And again, I do respect the decision. And the reason why is because a lot of players, they would play on that. And a lot of players, they feel like they have to be tough and play on that injury. And they basically aggravate it even more, whatever the injury might be. So I'm glad that she's, you know, playing it safe. She realizes that, again, I can miss this tournament, but there is still Wimbledon, and I don't want to miss Wimbledon. So I'm gonna withdraw from this tournament, and then I'm gonna take some rest so I can be fully healthy for Wimbledon. I completely respect that decision by her. I think she made the right choice. Again, it is really unfortunate because I never really heard anything about this. People falling out during media obligations. Like the only thing I can think of is probably like weigh-ins with like boxers and MMA fighters when they go to weigh-ins and like they're like dehydrated or they pass out. It's a very scary moment. But as far as like media obligations, I never really heard of anybody like falling during them. And this is definitely a first for me hearing about it. And again, I do feel bad because she had a chance to win. You know, she was going to the second round, and if you're still in it, you still have a chance. And unfortunately, this had to happen, and it does suck to be honest because that right there is the one way where you don't want to end your season is off of something as like a one missed time step, like you fell during media obligation, you hurt your ankle. That's like the one way you don't want to like miss your season. If obviously like if you were playing and you got hurt, that's a different story. You know, obviously nobody wants to get hurt. But if you were playing and you got hurt, like that happens, you know. But for somebody to fall during media obligations and that's how their season's gonna that not season, but that's how their tournament's gonna end, that's just really unfortunate, you know. But with that being said, there's really not a lot for me to touch up on. I do wish Petra Kvitova the best of luck and a speedy recovery, and I hope that she will be back and return from Wimbledon.
Yeah, you basically said it all, Mario. Best of luck to Petra Kvitova. Yeah, this is definitely a rather strange and unfortunate injury. Something you don't see very, very commonly. Yeah, it's definitely strange. We've talked about a lot of strange injuries. Um, like you said, it's mostly in baseball. But it just happens in every sport. We've talked about other strange injuries, like we talked about a couple of UFC fighters passing out during the weigh-ins and stuff like that. Like we've talked about that, and those are definitely strange too. But yeah, Mario, I mean, I guess strange things can happen to anybody. It's
Absolutely.
just it's definitely awkward, but um things do happen, and it's
Right.
unfortunate that it had to happen like that. So
Right. But with
again,
her, it's just with her, this is just really this is I hate using the word unfortunate so much, but that's the best word I can use.
yeah,
Again, it is like she said, it is disappointing that this is how the tournament is going to end for her because she fell on media day. Like obviously players they play and they get hurt while they play. I understand that. But the fact that like she fell during media obligations and that's what is going to end her tournament. That's again, I do feel bad.
yeah, I do too, and that's just really bad luck. But with that being said, I do wish Petra Kvitova the best of luck. I hope she's healthy for the next tournament. We'll see what she does moving forward, Mario.